All right, so we're talking about branding and figuring out the future of Alloverse branding. We just show this thing in the middle here, like what the hell are we doing? Well, we're trying to figure out like what is our branding and what does that mean? So what's our value proposition? What are we doing that is unique that nobody else is doing? And I think a few things are here under keywords like we're an app platform while most of the others are meeting platforms. So that's a huge difference that somehow we need to be able to explain, and our extensible modularity, like how do you communicate what the value of that is, and also that it's super flexible with deployment, like you don't have to use our servers, you can do whatever you want. And yeah, so how do we remake our website to communicate this? So let's move over to, and we just made one concept each. And Toby, do you want to run it from the top?
Can do. All right, let's start out again with the selling angle to be very specific about that. Not sure if this is the best one, but this is one I went for, which is basically a virtual workplace or a sellable solution, but with our unique customizability added to it. And hopefully that will allow us to sell to product companies and people that want to use it right now, but then also get developers excited with the customizability. So, to start from the top, I I thought about the word collaborative, which we're using a lot everywhere, and thought if I could maybe come up with other words that could kind of explain the same thing. And I ended up with the word together, which also can be used for working together, play together, create together. It's like it's just a cutesy kind of tagline. Background would be inside of Alloverse, just like a short video. There's something to give the immediate idea what this is. Like you're gonna be understanding like within 2 seconds. Oh, it's a virtual world of some kind. That's good. And then together with the words here of like together. Like something about like doing things together in VR. Yeah, CTA. I couldn't think of a good tagline for that, so it's just CTA. But yeah, that's something about like get started. Something about try it now, jump in. I don't know, something like that along those lines. Um, yeah, this video doesn't have to be as like it can clip. Like I thought about maybe going between 3 clips. Uh, Something about like being in a meeting, crossfade into people laughing or doing something funny, implying on the play, and then crossfading into adding some dumb app that does something dumb and funny, as in the create thing. Hmm. Yeah, maybe we don't even need to keep that in VR actually. But yeah, okay, I digress. Anyway, and then toward here, I wanted to keep this. So this is obviously the what's the line again? What's it called? Help me. The bottom of the page, the fold. Sorry. Yeah,
And
so I want you to like to go into the fold, show you.
Mm.
Alloverse allows you to, and then you can scroll down, and it just explains the business case. And then also, I think this is probably the like a very important one. Like unlike other virtual environments, Alloverse also lets you do this, and also this part here about supporting the inevitable transition um, into an XR workplace. Because one way or another, it's going to be a large part of how we work in the future. We're all figuring out what that means. But I think a lot of people believe that there will actually be a transition somehow of using XR in the workplace, and that we are the ones we support that, whatever that is. Again, explaining the business cases. Um, didn't really have too much thought on this, but the point is we're moving into the third part here of making your own tools, which is into the developer part, similar to what I've been talking about before about having like just this would be a window of Alloverse, you being in Alloverse. Maybe a little explanation of that, I suppose. Oh, it should be clear. And then have a preset like just 30 lines of code, whatever, like to add a blue ball in the room. Press the button, and a blue ball appears in front of you. And we can have a comment here that says like change this thing to red, and the ball will be red instead. So you do that, and then the ball is red. Like
And it's
something.
interactive.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, that'd be awesome.
So this would, yeah. So that would be like the fastest way of showing like you can add things to Alloverse, just like that.
Yeah.
And for people that are developers, they understand immediately that, oh, this is code. I can do whatever I want. But for lower level people, just changing the color of something could spark that idea. Like, oh, I wonder what
Mm.
we can do here.
It's
And then yeah,
awesome.
like
Mm.
it's that easy. And then moving on to, I haven't gotten to, but like more in detail for the hardcore developers that want the documentation and and yeah, so I'm basically moving on from like super like easy to chew, just like moving pictures, few words, like this is what it is, into this is what you can use it for, into, and then developer, and then like super developer. Uh, the further down you scroll, the more nerdy it gets.
Perfect.
Mhm.
Yeah, that was basically my idea. Yeah, so far.
Awesome.
Okay.
Cool. Thanks.
Oh, here we are. Okay, mine is extremely corporate.
Well, you are
Okay,
the
so
CEO, so makes sense.
Yeah.
yeah, a lot of writing. So I kind of went with what we said at the very beginning. So I wanted to blend both audience. So I thought we could start maybe with a menu. Have exactly, I mean, a menu a bit shorter. So company, community, use cases, solutions, pricing. So super straightforward. And then we
Mm.
can click on them and we can have more descriptions such as community. We could have everything, GitHub, Discord, anything that's relating to that. And then use cases, since we're going for the developers, but also for product companies and maybe governmental agencies, we could have kind of all the different use cases that we can imagine for Alloverse.
That's nice.
On a creative note that we cannot see, I was thinking that the logo could be like 3D and rotate. I think that could be really cool. I mean, have an impression that it's tangible, that we can hold that heart. That's that. And then going down on in the purple square, we have the slogan, which is obviously up for work. But I was thinking we can have a very short sentence about what we are doing. And then on the right hand side, have something similar to you, Toby, like showcase Alloverse. So maybe have a headset, where we could have the vision, and then when we put the eyes in the headset, we could see Alloverse behind, or like a mind map moving. So it's very 3D website, maybe not great for mobile, but I was thinking we can give that, that feeling. And then under the slogan, have a shorter description about our key points and why try to convince the visitor. And then below the same, so two call to action, maybe one sign up for the developers and then one contact sales for companies. And then have something, what you did, Toby, was ideal, the coding stripe. So exactly the same, and then another stripe where we have our USB description. So multi-players, it's great, but for different audience, it means different things. So how can we explain that in a few words? Maybe give more description about our various extras. Um, yeah, that's as far as I've gotten. Thank you.
Well, that's awesome. So good
Great.
combo with the other one. All right. I'm just
Cool.
gonna. How do we remake our website to communicate this? So let's move over to my suggestion here. So here, so well, you Toby were clearly inspired by Spatial. I'm clearly inspired by Stripe. So I figured let's just copy Stripe, at least for some sort of starting point. So my tagline, I think that whatever sentence is here in the top left is maybe the most important part of the whole
Yeah,
website.
for sure.
And what the hell should it say? So, well,
Yeah.
my two sticking points are collaborative and immersive, and the sentence is thus: "It's the future. The future of the internet is collaborative and immersive." And I don't know if that communicates enough that this is what we're doing and that we are the way of doing that, but whatever.
I like it though.
Yeah, it's
I
awesome.
think
I
it's
really like it.
It's a good starting point at least.
Mm.
So get out. So this is I try to combine. So with the two target audiences, like we talked about, developers and product companies and governmental agencies as audiences. So for the two target audiences, the first one is like the value propositions for users. Get out of your flat screen home office, build your office in the canopy of a forest, bring your colleagues, and work on things with your hands, not your mouse and keyboard. So like both, it's a virtual office, but really with the focus on like you do whatever you do in there, like on a computer. And then for developers, the future of the internet is open source with open standards, and then the kicker, the great API for building your own three-dimensional collaborative applications. That's a bit of a mouthful, but it's
Mm.
the shortest I could make. And then those two CTAs for the users is create your own virtual office. You click that and you go to the place's website where you can create your own place. So the main funnel here is self-serve, but we could either have two CTAs, one self-serve and one contact sales, or with just two enterprise-style contact sales. I don't know. That's not my forte, but I like self-serve if we can do it. And the other one is then CTA for developers. Code a new breed of app. Like click here to create your own new app. And this could just scroll
Mm.
down. I'll show you to the third section.
Mm.
The,
Yeah.
and then the second section is just like on Stripe, it's just a bunch of screenshots of things that will blow your mind, like two coders pair coding, like an Alloverse, a screenshot from Alloverse where two coders are sitting next to each other with maybe a screen share of VS Code and maybe a 3D visualization of like a Git tree. I don't know if that's useful, but something spatial where Alloverse is actually useful to developers
Mm.
more so than just screen sharing for working together in 3D. I don't know what that would be. 3D Git is maybe not that useful in practice. Maybe it is. Maybe it is. Anyways, and then some more use cases, whatever it is. Something that sells you on Alloverse as a platform, both for developers and for users. And then my take on the same thing that Toby did, instead of being an interactive, and we could totally build that interactive code your own app on the website thing. We could do that. Uh, it's not easy, but we could do it. So my take is just same as Stripe. It's a GIF with a GIF with the code up top, the terminal in the middle to show how easy it is to run it, and then at the bottom it's a screenshot or a video of it running, so you can see it going from you type out the code, you write one command, and then you have your app in front of you, and then the CTA is go to the get started, so you can do this on your own, and
Mm.
like from looking at this GIF and then building your own app should be like 5 minutes, so it should be really easy to do this on your own, even though this is not interactive. Yeah, and this is basically the same as Stripe's. It's the same structure as on Stripe. It's built for developers, and saying that like our vision of the future is to enable developers to build the future of the internet. So we're very invested in making awesome UI toolkit tools for you as a developer. Yeah, so that's my take.
Fantastic.
Very cool.
I love the Stripe with the different crazy ideas, like the data visualization app and what you can do
Mm.
actually, because I think then it will really kind of show the how extensible what we're doing is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I really like that on the Stripe website where the middle section is just there's no words.
Yeah.
It's just showcases of like just looking at this explains to me what it's doing.
Mm.
And this is of course a video. I don't know what would be in the video, but I just put placeholder there. Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Very good.
So some sort of amalgamation of these three would probably make something awesome.